Hey guys, welcome back. This is xdm-40, and today we're doing a gun review. Now, if you noticed before you what kind of pistol this is, and that it has an extended magazine, that should be pretty exciting for you. But unfortunately, it's not. It's a regular mag. I was just messing with you. Anyways, this is the xdm. Now, if you're hoping for Tokyo Rui, as I was, we're both sad, because it's not. We both know they're better, but the place I went to didn't have one because they're out of stock everywhere. So I had to settle for one of these, which isn't horrible, but I like it. Anyways, xdm. It sounds a little nicer when you cock it, but the overall performance maybe not so much. Now, underneath, as you can see, I have my own little low-profile laser strapped onto it. Works very well. And before we get started, I'm going to let you know that there's a couple things about this gun I have not seen online yet that I'm about to tell you guys, so just be patient. Alright, first off, we have a 28 round magazine, plus one, so 29 if you have one in the chamber. I've seen this thing on a gas review just dry firing as much as possible. You can get a little beyond like 80 rounds in a single mag. You can get over that. So on gas efficiency on a good day, this is a very well made gun, I must say. Also, in the magazine you have this little plastic thing that just dropped out. This is a the load stopper, or the feed stopper. So it pulls down the feeding lip so that it doesn't hold the slide back, so you can do dry firing for videos and just kind of anything if you just want to dry fire it without having to hold down the slide lock. Alright, put that back in there. Nice and neat. Alright, features of this weapon. You have your ambidextrous mag release, which is a little bit more friendly towards the left-handed shooters, but it's still a right-handed gun without a doubt. You have your slide release right here, and you notice it's a little further back than the Glocks, and the amount of pressure that it takes is extremely light. So instead of pushing straight down with your thumb, you can just rotate your thumb up and straight back down, and the slide just releases up, down, up, down. It's really simple. Up, down, hardly any use at all. The firing pin at the back protrudes about, I'd say about 1.5 millimeters, not much more, but you can definitely feel it, absolutely. If you're in the dark and you need to know, it'll let you know. You're not going to mess that one up unless you have some kind of like 2-inch thick gloves. Alright, trademarks on here. There are some aftermarket slides out there that I will be buying because of the trademarks. Normally it would say Springfield Armory and a nice little circular emblem right there. That's not on here. Instead, it just says XDM on the sides, 4.5 for the length of the slide. It says the same thing on the other side. On the actual bolt, it's a bolt, yeah. It says match and a bunch of numbers, and then at the bottom it says 40 Smith & Wesson in initials. So that's nice. Good to see some lettering on the bolt. Why do I feel like it's not called the bolt? This is gonna bug me. Oh, okay. ARs use bolts. These are. I still think it's called bolt. Why do I? Whatever. Okay. Next up, we have the pistol sights. Pistol sights on this, or iron sights, are nice and slim. See if I can line those up for you. You get a nice white 3-dot system. You can change these out for tritium night sights. There are airsoft versions of tritium night sights for these, which I'm kind of dying to get, but they do cost like $100. Still, the regular sights, very pronounced, very easy to see. Right now, I have a precision inner barrel, a 6.01. I got that today, so I couldn't stand the inconsistency of the original barrel. If you're gonna get this gun, please don't use it stock. Get an inner barrel. It's an extra $20. It's like buying another mag. It's really worth it. You're gonna get a ton more kills with it. Taking the slide off the gun, you have to pull back the slide, let it go forward a little bit to line up the slide release with the notch on the frame. You'll see it when you have your own. If you can't see it right now, you put it up, and the slide comes right off. Right? And this is a locking spring release, so unlike like a 1911, it's not going to jump out. It's actually locked in, and you have to do some tricky stuff to get it out. Alright? And then you got your hop-up adjustment, the little hop-up adjustment wheel right above where my thumb's at. Alright, and now, put it back. You have to actually slide it a little bit forward, and then you can put it forward. Okay. Next up, a little feature I learned, which no one's ever said anything about, is that when you put the magazine in, a fresh magazine with BBs, so can't be empty, it can have the little mag stopper, but it has to be either a loaded mag or with a little plastic stopper. And when you put the mag in, it releases the slide, just like that. Alright? Now, to prove it again, I'm going to show you from this side. I'm going to hold it at the base of the gun so that I'm not touching the slide release, just to prove it to you. I'm just going to put the mag in, and the slide releases. I think that's an awesome feature. However, you cannot do it delicately. Put the slide in delicately, or the mag in delicately, it will not slide forward. You have to kind of jam it in there a little bit to get the slide feature to work. But overall, I think that's a genius idea right there, because now you don't have to do two things. You can only do one thing. So put the mag in and just start shooting. Seems very nice. Also, the trigger reaction time, it's pretty snappy. This thing kicks very well. I'm not going to say it's great, but I mean, I can shoot this thing as fast as I can pull the trigger, which I think is just great. I can even bump fire it if I wanted to. It's even faster. Well, now that you want to buy this gun, I'm probably sure you're thinking about, well, how am I going to carry it? Am I going to do a drop leg holster? That's going to be under shoulder harness? Well, I most strongly recommend the hard plastic Black Hawk Circle holsters. They work very well. And I have one right here. Snaps in very nicely. Releases. And as long as this thing is on your belt, it ain't going anywhere. You can run around with this thing without wobbling, and it's a big plus. The weight of this gun is actually heavier than the Tokyo Marui by like 20 grams or something like that. It's not very light. I mean, I would have hoped for light, but oh well, it's what I get. Also, everybody knows this gun comes with the handles, or the larger grips. It came with the smaller one already on it, and I was using the 1911 for this, so the slimmer profile of the grip is something that I was used to, so I left the smallest one on there. Also allows me to hold higher up on the gun rather than the larger ones, which just kind of bulk my hand out more and kind of give me less control. I can actually wrap my hand around a lot more, allow myself to just really get full control. This gun comes with a very high combination of safeties. There are 3 safeties overall in this gun. The first one is the grip safety, most commonly seen on a 1911. Alright? The second one is your trigger safety, most commonly seen on the Glocks. And the last one is the airsoft version of the plate safety that goes in the serial number plate underneath the gun. A total of 3 safeties makes this thing very user-friendly for noobs, and just anyone who wants to practice good gun conduct. Alright guys, next time you see this pistol, it's going to have CNC silver slide. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to do some shooting reviews, we're going to do some accuracy, and we're going to have some fun. Catch you guys later. This is D-Dog420, signing off.